Welcome to this daily guided meditation practice. This is the Attentive Mind. My name is Nathan, and I'll be guiding you through this meditation practice today. Find yourself a seated position. You want to find a position that is both sturdy and comfortable. You want to find yourself a sense of stability because it gives us a sense of groundedness, a sense of being here. You also want to be comfortable because then you're not going to be distracted by your body during the practice, which is unnecessary. Sitting in a chair works. Lying down works, although I prefer it's better to be upright. Of course, you can sit in a formal meditation posture. Just find what works for you. We also keep our eyes open during this practice. Actually, I keep saying that because of habit. You can either close your eyes or open your eyes during this practice. It's up to you. And if you prefer to close your eyes during the practice, go ahead and close your eyes. But if you prefer to keep your eyes open, leave the screen alone and drop your gaze gently down below you. Just looking at the floor or the desk or whatever is just below you. We're not staring or analyzing at a particular spot on the floor, but we're also not zoned out and blurry. We have a gentle gaze directed softly, yet clearly downwards. You're in a comfortable and sturdy position, and your eyes are either closed or open, gaze directed softly, yet clearly downwards. Let's begin by bringing our attention to the coming and going of the breath. Just bring your attention gently to this rhythm that happens. As the breath rises, we know it's rising. And as it falls, we know it falls. You can pay attention to the breath anywhere, from the tip of your nose to the lower belly. Or you can just notice the breath as a complete whole with no particular place to notice it. Whatever works for you, notice the breath. Find it and follow it. And when you notice that you're lost in thought, that the breath is no longer attended to, just return to the breath. Let the thought go and just return, rising and falling. And notice here the feeling of effort to do this kind of intentional directing of attention, this kind of force or drive. Now keep on noticing this breath, but see if you can slowly leave alone effort. We're not forcing anything here. We're not getting anywhere. There's nothing to achieve, nothing to learn. So just begin to let go of effort here while we follow the breath. You can almost say, we allow attention to follow the breath by itself. And when we get lost in thought, thinking about the future or the past, or even thinking about breathing, we gently unhook and return without effort to the breath, rising and falling. Don't try to return to the breath. We allow the return to the breath as if it happens all by itself. And we gently come back to the breath again. We're not forcing our mind to be quiet either. We let thinking happen. We let the breath happen. We even allow ourselves to get lost in thought. And then we allow ourselves to return to the breath. Just letting go of all doing, draining every ounce of effort, and just completely being here without struggle, with the breath. And notice how it feels that you're somehow above your breath, directing attention downwards towards it. That somehow you exist more in your head than you do in your big toe. That somehow the breath is other than you. And there's a you in the head that watches it. And see if you can just take this view, this center feeling, this viewpoint in the head, and drop it down through the neck into the chest, into wherever you feel the breath. In other words, allow the breath to notice itself. We recognize breathing from breathing. Don't think about this. Just gently know the breath from the breath. Don't worry whether or not this is possible or whether or not this makes sense. Just return as the breath. Effortless and free. Drop all effort. Rising and falling in this moment as this moment. All right, you can look at the screen. It's a weird, or it's something people run into all the time, this idea of practice being effortless. Because on the one hand, meditation practice does require, what we call in Zen strong effort. And as my teacher's teacher, Sun Sung Sunim, would always say, try, try, try for 10,000 years nonstop. And so you can get this idea that when you're practicing, you're force the mind. Come back. Go back to breathing, damn it. Stop thinking. Force. But it doesn't work that way. The mind isn't yours to control. Although we think it's the case. Thoughts come and go as they please. So if we try to force something, we try to force our damn attention to the damn breath and stay there. What's doing the forcing? What's trying? There's this illusion at the center that thinks it's doing something about the situation, when really it's thoughts. Thinking is as real as the words in a book is real. Now, the book you can pick up, it's tactile, whatever. The words itself and what they represent are just lines on a piece of paper. They're images and symbols on a paper. That's what it really is. But when you read, everything opens up like, oh, there's a story there. But that story itself only exists as thinking. It only exists not, the reality is the book and the symbols. I always analogize it to the menu in the dinner, it's a famous analogy. You don't confuse the menu for the dinner itself. So these words, these ideas, and these thoughts are the one making the effort. And when you show up and decide to have a daily practice, it does require some effort to sit down. But when you're sitting, especially in the beginning, it's fine to have the effort to get there, but really let go of the effort when you sit down. In fact, any effort, any pushing during the practice, any kind of forcing, is going to prolong the delay of understanding what the practices can do for you, or it's going to perpetuate the illusion that I am a separate self practicing, when in reality, there's only this. There's only seeing, there's only hearing, there's only tasting, there's only touching. There's just this. Not a me that experiences it. So when you put effort, it's going to think that you're gaining something in practice, you're getting somewhere. Let it go. See what happens when you actually let go of effort, when you actually sit without gaining anything at all. As the great master says, we sit with a posture that seeks nothing. But you can't try to seek nothing. It's more seeking. Really let it go means to really stop seeking, stop putting in effort. And after some time, in the beginning, when you decide to practice, there'll be an effort mind, and that's okay. You get to, 10 a.m., I practice. 9 a.m., I practice. That's when I'm doing it. I don't want to practice, but you go anyway. That's okay. That's good. But when you sit, when you're actually practicing, we let go of this effort, this trying mind. Even when it's hard, we leave it alone. And the more you do this, the less and less and less practice becomes this effort. Practice begins to stop being situated just when we're sitting down at our time for meditation. It becomes a consistency throughout the day. It never ends. It's just an automatic, it's just a insight into what is really happening that doesn't go away. So when you sit, just let go of effort. Know that effort is not the way. Effort is in the way. So when we become effortless, we begin to see what's really here. this moment just as it is. Thank you for your time today. And as always, and without exception, I'll see you tomorrow.